integrating WordPress with Clickfunnels. First thing you want to do is to go into your account settings and come down to where it says WordPress API, expand that, and copy out your WordPress API. Next thing you're going to do is go into your blog, and if you don't have Clickfunnels already installed like I do, you're going to want to come down to Plugins, Add New, type in Clickfunnels in the search line, and it should be this one right here. Yours will say Install Now. Just click on that and it'll install it into your site. Once installed, you'll have a new item over here in your left side menu. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings. So we're going to put in the email that you use to log into Clickfunnels with, and then paste in that API. Now we're going to go to compatibility check, and it appears as though everything is working. We have 6 green lights. And in general settings, I don't think there's really anything you need to do there. I certainly haven't in the past. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take a Clickfunnels page and insert it into your blog so it'll act just like any other page that's in your existing blog. So in order to do that, we're going to add new, and you have a choice. You can make this either a regular page, your home page, or a 404 error page. And today we're going to create a regular page. I'll also show you an example of where I've created a home page in the past. So let's go down and we're going to click on this and pick out a funnel. You're going to have a whole list of funnels, so you can type in the first letter. So I created one that'd be easy to find, XYZ ABC. And in this case, we're just going to take the first page or the first step in that funnel, and it gives you your funnel URL. And down here, you want to type in a custom path. I was having trouble with it not working if you did not type in a custom path, and I found that that works best. So let's just say test slug as our custom slug or custom path. This would correspond to a path inside of your Clickfunnels account. And so now we're going to click on Save the Page. Once the page is saved, you can go up and you can click on Preview. And it will show you what it will look like when it is injected inside of your WordPress blog. So that worked out great. So now let's go back in and look at how to set this up as a home page. And like I said, I've done this in the past, so let me show you a home page that I created inside of Clickfunnels, and then I'll show you how you inject that into the blog. And here's a home page I created for a politician about a year or so ago. And what we had to do is we needed a large menu at the top to include all of the issues, events, ethics, press releases, donations, volunteering, all that kind of stuff. And we didn't want to do it with a WordPress blog because we also wanted to be able to capture names and, like I said, take donations and put people onto various lists. But we wanted to incorporate the blog and the events, ethics, and press releases, which were all categories inside of the blog as well. So we created this as a home page and injected that into the blog. So let me show you how to set up a home page. You would first come back into WordPress, click on Add New, and this time we will choose Home Page. And let's just say it's this supplement funnel that happened to pop up. And let's click on Save the Page. Next, we have to go into Pages, and we have to set up 2 pages in here. The first we will call Home, and we will publish that. And then the second page we will call Blog. Now, in order to tell WordPress to use our Clickfunnels page as the home page, we want to come down to Settings and Reading. And normally when you come in, your latest post will be checked. We want to change this to a static page. We want our home page to be Home, and we want our post page to be Blog. And then we'll click on Save Changes. We'll go back in and look at all of our pages again. And you will see that it changed the blog now to post page and home to front page. So when you set it up, The front page will now be your WordPress page, and then you will have a link that'll say blog or whatever you want it to say, and that will bring it here, and on that page it will serve all of your blog posts just like your home page used to. So now let's hover over home and click on view and look at what our home page will look like. I just grabbed the random page, and this is what our home page would be then inside of our WordPress blog. Now the next thing we can do inside of our Clickfunnels plugin is we can create shortcodes. There are three different kinds: embed code, a click pop, and click forms. So first off, we're going to embed a Clickfunnels page into our blog. So again, let's grab our XYZ form. We'll just go with the first page again. It says 650 as your iframe height. Just leave it set at that for now until we go in and see what it looks like. We're going to enable our scrolling, and then here is the code at the bottom that we can just copy that code and then put that into a new post. Once we see how tall it is inside of the post, we can adjust the height to make it so that there's no longer any scrolling, or you can just disable the scrolling. But if you have a longer page, you're going to want to enable scrolling so that you can see the entire page. So now let's go back up to posts, and we're going to add new. And they've completely redone WordPress since the last time I was in here. They upgraded to their 5.0 version. And so everything is completely new in here. And I had to hunt around a little bit to find the place that we could put in short code. So it's under formatting, and you can go click on code, and now we can paste in that short code, and we don't have to publish it, but we can just click on preview to see what it's going to look like. So here is our Clickfunnels page made into an embed and stuck into a WordPress blog. As you can see, I have the scroll on, and it scrolls up and down. It actually converted it to the mobile version, and it scrolls up and down. There's probably a way to change out the width. I don't even know what kind of template or anything I'm using on this site, but there's probably a way to change out the width of it so it goes back to your regular version, not the mobile version. But again, if you want to show the entire document, you're going to have to adjust the height. You can just change that right here. We can change this to, let's say, just 1,000. And then we'll click preview again. And that will make the box longer, but you're still going to have to scroll. So in a case like this where you're going to embed something, you probably want to have a smaller page to be able to put that in here. Now we can go back to the Clickfunnels shortcodes and take a look at our click pop. Very similar to the first one, but in this case here, there's going to be text on the screen, and in this case here it says your content. Let's just change this to click here. You can make it any call to action that you want. And when somebody clicks on that link, then this pop-up will open. So we're going to go to our XYZ again. I made a small pop-up as one of the pages. You could have it pop up on exit intent, so if somebody mouses off the screen, it can show up, but we'll leave that disabled for now. Or you could have it pop up just like the animation works inside of Clickfunnels. After X number of seconds, it could pop up as well. So let's just copy this out and go back into our blog post, and we'll just paste it in over the top of the other code that we had, and then we'll hit preview. So you have this box appear on the screen, so you'd want to inject this somewhere into a page instead of having the page just look like this. Obviously, build out a whole page around it, and then when somebody clicks on the text, the pop-up will show up, but apparently in this case here, it's showing up behind this header section. So again, this is something you're going to need to work on your site. Again, I don't even know. I think I'm using Thesis on this here. So you can see the bottom of it popped up. So you get the idea that it will pop up on your site and probably won't end up behind this header element like mine did. So now let's go back into the shortcodes. I'm going to open up a new page this time. And we have one left. We have click forms. So again, let's find that same element that I used before. Let's just use the same page. You can put in some placeholder text, because what we're going to do here is this is going to be a made for you opt-in form, which is kind of unnecessary because you could use the embed code to put in an opt-in form. You could use the click pop to put in an opt-in form, and you could use the page to put in the opt-in form. So building a click form like this really is kind of unnecessary as far as I can tell. But we have an option here for it anyway. And so we have it all set. You can change the background colors. Like I said, you change the placeholder text for the email, the button text, the color. We can have it open on the same page or the next page. Now what it says in the instructions is once you click, it will open up the next page in the funnel. And I have multiple pages in the funnel, and I've had limited success with this in the past. So let's see if we can get this to work. So let's go back in, paste it in, and click on preview and see what we come up with. Okay, here is our form. So I'm going to put in an email address and hit the submit button. And yeah, that's the same kind of success I've always had with using this form. I've never been able to get it to work. So like I said a moment ago, you're better off building your opt-in right inside of your Clickfunnels page, and then to serve it into your blog as either an embed code or a click pop, or just on a page itself that you inject into the blog.